Hi, my name is Nate, and I'm a Big Nindie Boy.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm a biggest Nindie Boy.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Nate.
What's up?
Not much. Chilling, switching, chilling.
Chilling and switching. Cool. Let's just start talking about games, man.
Let's just do the thing.
Okay, what have you been playing other than whatever you've been playing? What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Well, of course, Snake Pass is today's thing. So other than Snake Pass, I've been playing Has Been Heroes. I picked them both up, and I'm
nice.
doing both. They're great.
Okay, they're great. They're both great. Well,
I mean, we're not.
Spoilers,
I'm not saying the. Hey, everything on the Switch is great, my friends.
No, that's not true. You're going to find out today that it's not true.
Uh-oh.
Because you haven't been to the eShop yet. Okay.
Not in a week.
So, we'll get into that later. Alright, so, have you only been playing Has Been Heroes?
Yeah, Has Been Heroes and Snake Pass is all I've played since the last time we recorded. I mean, I dipped back into Zelda a bit. Did I?
I was going to ask.
I was going to say, had I finished Zelda by the time we did our last record? I don't
yes,
think
definitely.
I had finished it. So I've played it some.
I thought you did.
Like,
Listen, Matt. If you put 115 hours into a game, you can call yourself finished. Like, you don't need to see credits. You put 115 hours into that game.
Yeah, I mean 120 actually.
Whatever.
But I have also seen credits. But I kind of think I need to go back and redo a thing because I didn't have all of one things before I did it because I was missing one thing, but I got it now. So, I mean, I think there's more to it if I beat it now than I did when I beat it.
Wait, all right, whatever, dude. I don't know what all that means. I'm like 15 hours in to Zelda,
and it's so good.
Yeah, my wife's playing it mostly. She's been putting a lot of hours into that. She hates it.
I know, like, I was there when she was playing it, and she's like, I'm not playing this game ever, and, like, every time I talk to you, she's playing it.
So we got the Pro, she was like, first off, she was like, I don't want to play this until we get a Pro controller, because I don't like the Joy-Cons, and then, now she's just like, I just don't want to run around and have fun, and I don't understand her. I don't get it. Anyway, let's not talk about Zelda anymore. I've been playing a little bit of Zelda. I've also been playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth still.
Yeah.
Just a report. So last time I fixed the air conditioning.
Yes.
So far this time I fixed the air conditioning. Again.
What?
So before it was really cold, right?
Yeah.
And this time it was really hot.
So is this just digital cyber
maintenance?
Yeah. Like, I hope you got HVAC, man.
Nope.
Uh-oh, you're gonna get all them gases.
So, yeah, but I still like it.
I bet it's
really
fun
dumb
to play.
I got Angewomon. And so she'll be my main.
Yeah, dude, I would main Angewomon too.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, what else is going on? I've been real ADD about my gaming. I've been playing a lot of Horizon, which playing Zelda and playing Horizon together is a bad idea. So I'm gonna stick with Horizon because Megan's playing Zelda. So I'll play Horizon while she plays Zelda, and then we'll switch. Actually, she's already done with Horizon, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm gonna play Horizon. That's a good game.
Looks great.
It's got really fun combat, but it's kind of all that it is. It's just combat, and running around and picking up leaves. So it's like Skyrim, but with robot dinosaurs.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like it's Skyrim with robot dinosaurs, and then Breath of the Wild is Skyrim but with Zelda. But like, Zelda and Horizon are very dissimilar.
Would you say that they're better? Because I actually haven't played Skyrim, and I don't know if I need to. Like if it's
So when I started playing Breath of the Wild within an hour, I was like, I don't need Skyrim on the Switch. Why are they not? Like, if they had released Skyrim at launch, I'd have bought it, right? But now that I've played Breath of the Wild, it's like, I don't know that I need Skyrim other than it's a different one.
Right.
So, and I never finished Skyrim's main storyline, so I can finally do that.
So you are going to do it?
I'll probably buy it. Especially if I can get it for $40 or less.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably wait until it is below 20 or something.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's
who cares? That's me.
Here's the thing. It's coming out in December when I'm working 60, 70-hour weeks. I ain't going to notice it.
You can buy anything you want.
Oh, that's what I do.
Yeah, December's a fun month for you, I guess.
Well, it's fun in that I have money and no time.
Right. So what else have I been playing? I picked up Metal Slug.
Oh,
for the Switch.
One?
Metal Slug 3.
Okay.
Because that one has crabs and it has zombies in it, and that's more fun.
Yeah.
So I just bought it and kind of played it for a little bit. I haven't really touched it that much. Nice. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's what I've been playing. I've been jumping around a lot.
That's a lot of games for 2 weeks.
Too many. I need to stick to one. So I think I'm gonna be doing Horizon from now, and then maybe every once in a while I'll go back to Snake Pass.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. Let's talk about Snake Pass. Let's get into the review of Snake Pass.
There's not gonna be there's not a cut there.
No,
there's no musical stinger. You let in.
I'll edit that back in.
Nice. Or just put in some Weeble stuff like a badger.
No,
snake.
Why?
Snake.
Oh God,
it's a snake.
Matt, keep going.
Just keep talking, or
sure.
Keep singing.
Both.
Oh, I'm talking and then I'm
Shatner.
singing and then I'm doing this and it is how I do it because that's how I talk like this.
I'm really sick today.
I'm sorry. That's not a thing you should be.
No, I know. I'm having fun though. Let's talk about Snake Pass.
Snake Pass.
Boom. Any explosion there? Okay, so. All right, Snake Pass is not exclusive at all to the Nintendo Switch, but it is portable on the Nintendo Switch, which is neat.
It's exclusive to digital.
I don't know what that means. Exclusive to digital?
Doesn't it not have a physical release?
It does not have a physical release. You're right.
There you go.
So I brought it in and I showed my boss, and I was like, this is what the Nintendo Switch is. I'm a dumb snake. And he's like, that looks like garbage, and kicked me.
Oh man, that's brutal. I know. I did the same thing, only I was like, this is what the Nintendo Switch is, and I showed my coworkers 1-2 Switch, and we had a lot of fun shooting each other.
Oh, so you had fun and I got kicked.
I mean,
he said, get back to work, slave.
It sounds like I've got Nintendo fans at my workplace, and you've got hardcore get good gamers at your place.
No, I mean, yeah, he plays League of Legends and stuff.
Oh man, he's on. Well, wait, League of Legends, because that's casual stuff. Maybe if he was on Han or Dota too,
Oh wait, hold on. He plays. Is it League of Legends? He plays a MOBA.
League of Legends.
With his son.
Personally, old. I think League of Legends is the most fun. Dota's got unnecessary things in it to make the game difficult. Because it'll have things like you can deselect your character, so now you're clicking and you're not doing anything because you deselected your character. Or different maps have hidden vendors, and you just need to know that if you walk through this set of trees, you get to that secret vendor, so you can buy your good items. And it's League of Legends is just it's about playing the game and being good at playing the game. It's not about knowing secret little bullshit.
Cool.
And that's been the Nindie Boys review of League of Legends.
3 out of 5. So Snake Pass is a would you consider this a 3D platformer?
Yes.
Okay, we're on the
Like,
same page.
Because here's the
talking
thing.
the same language.
Like, and like you say that, and part of me goes like, why wouldn't you? And it's like, well, because you're always on the ground, you can't jump. But then you got the water and the air, so like you're doing things in all three of those dimensions.
Yep, it's very much in the same vein as like Mario 64 or a Banjo-Kazooie, where you're just collecting stuff for no reason.
No reason.
So, in the game, you're a snake and you slither around. And the most interesting part about this game is the actual movement. It's not like any other game where you just walk around and jump and do whatever. You can't jump in this game. There's no jump button. There's a head raise button. There's a head... Is there a head down button? Or is that only when you're swimming?
Well, I think it only... Okay, so definitely is mostly for swimming. And I don't think it works when you're hanging off a ledge, but I think when you're falling it works.
Oh. Okay,
like
that's
if you fall off the side of like a plateau, you can use it to dive faster. I think.
All right, so you move around like a snake, and you collect. There's basically easy, medium, hard level design in the exact same level. So like if you want to just crit path it and go straight to the end, you can just collect all of the 3 big gems and get to the end. It doesn't sound great. Like, it sounds like, oh, okay, that's boring and unoriginal, right? But I don't know, man. I like this game. I enjoy it. What were your feelings on this game when you played it? Like, I know you were having issues with it because of the control.
I don't remember that saying that, but it's probably true. Like,
did you feel like by the end of the game you knew how to control it?
Definitely was a learning experience that after a couple of hours I was significantly better than at the start. Which I guess would be obvious in almost any game. It's a lot of weird buttons that you like need to hold and press in order to do things, because like it's like you gotta hold the head up button, and then you gotta hold the coil button, and then like you gotta be constantly moving that thumbstick. Oh, you know what my issue was? My issue was that the directional buttons aren't cardinal to the snake, so that if I hit left, I move left. While behind the snake, and if I'm looking at the snake, if I hit left, I move left. But the snake moves to his right? Her right? His right?
Wait. So you're saying that because the snake doesn't have Resident Evil controls, you wanted it to have tank controls?
Yeah. I mean,
you wanted it to...
I want, when I hit left, the snake to move left, because that way, like... Because here's the thing. I could be moving left and be like, oh, I've gone behind a tree and I can't see my snake, so I use my other thumbstick to move around, and now I'm going the wrong direction and I've fallen off a thing. Like... Oh. Like...
I didn't have any issues like that.
Like, if you move the camera, it can change your left and right, and if you're not at 90 degrees to the snake, it's sometimes hard to know what direction you're going to go, and I've died to that a number of times. Like...
I don't remember dying because I was moving him in the wrong direction that I think I was going to be moving him.
Oh,
but
man.
I do... I just... I always died because I had less grip than I thought I had.
Okay, I get it.
You know what I mean? Like,
I can understand that.
I thought, like, okay, this is enough grip to get me across this pipe or whatever, this bamboo ledge, and it just wasn't. And I didn't. And for the first like 5 levels, I didn't even realize that like you needed to wrap yourself around stuff to like. I was just like going on top of things and being all like awkward and terrible.
You're doing like a 360 nose grind into a Christ air.
Yeah. Exactly. I was Tony Hawking it when I should have been snake passing it.
Yeah.
I guess. That's because this is the only... It's the only reference I can make is how this game controls is like Snake Pass.
It's like now you're thinking with snakes.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's as good, if not better, than Portal.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, you go through a portal in every level, so I mean, it's got that too. It's got everything. This game's got everything.
It's got just as much fighting as Portal.
Yep, that's true. There's no enemies, which is a great design decision because
oh my god,
the game's frustrating enough.
Like
that...
if all of a sudden there's a porcupine and I had to bite him only on the face, I would throw a controller through a wall.
Could you imagine?
Yes,
like having to eat like mice and shit.
Well,
or something like
that. The thing that's insane is that there's very little story in the game, but between each level, the loading screen gives you bits of story. Like this character doesn't
more like Snorri. Am I right?
Yeah, it's like who set up all these portals, and it's like I don't know, game who did. And they're like, we're not telling you. Like,
and then they do, and then it's like okay, whatever.
But that's
spoilers.
But
spoiler cast. This game's been out for 2 weeks. You should have already played it.
Yeah, jeez, we're spoiling that game. That's just go around and collect things. That the real centerpiece is the crazy movement. But one of the things is that it says the noodle, the snake, is a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But if you Google that snake, it's definitely hella poison. And you usually don't have poisons to eat leaves.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man.
Venomous. I need to say now, I know that like we're probably not going to have a bunch of crazy fans that go, snakes aren't poisonous, they're venomous. But I wanna preempt that for when we get huge in 60 episodes.
Okay. That's fine.
Venomous.
That won't happen. So yeah, I guess so. The main thing about this game is the controls, but we can also talk about the art style and the music because I think those were two big things that I really enjoyed about this game. How did you feel about the music?
So, like, I would be on Twitter like every night when I set down Snake Pass. I'd get on Twitter and see what people are saying, retweet, like build hype because we're hype men. We're, like the Big Nindie Boys are video game hype men. We want to make any game popular and fun and happy. But
okay,
everyone was talking about Drew Weiss, right? Like Drew Weiss soundtrack, so great, so great. And I was like, I mean, it's just like it just sounds like what I would expect. And I never.
Who's Drew Weiss?
Wasn't it? I believe that is what the internet was saying. If you want to Google that, you can.
Oh, you mean David Weiss?
David Weiss, sure. I don't know who Drew Weiss is.
Yeah.
Or David Weiss.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know who either of them are, but
David Weiss did the soundtrack to the original Donkey Kong Country trilogy.
Okay. It's similar in that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you. Well, one, I don't think you want to draw allusions to Donkey Kong Country because I think it's a better game, and there's a lot of fundamental things that I like more. In I don't know, we're talking about music. I'll get to fundamentals later, but later in the game, the music is way more engaging. Like at first, it was just like I don't get why anyone's talking about this music. It's just music. It's not super amazing, and it's not anything that other than what I would expect. But later in the game, like the music is better, but then it's also feels like it's part of the environment because you'll have like drums.
Yeah.
And you'll have like water dripping on the drums. And so depending on where you are, the music changes just a little bit or gets a little more in depth. And so it's like, I don't know, like by the end, the sound design was way awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed the music to this game. I have the main theme stuck in my head all the time. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I want to say about the music, I guess.
Nice.
I liked it. I like a lot about this game. Even the difficulty, like I was worried because I was having such a hard time that I was like, oh man, this game's so frustrating. I hate it. So like for the first half of the game, I was just like so angry, and then probably until I got to the like last set of levels, where I was certain that the magma place was the end. I was like, okay, they'll end here because magma's spooky. It feels like an ending, right?
Yeah.
And then it went to like another set of levels that were just like sky, and I don't know, like it was like it had a lot like wind mechanics, so like the wind would push you around, and it felt so like an opening area of a beginning game, you know, because it's nice and pleasant looking.
It looks just like the starting area, but with new mechanics.
Yeah, well, no, I would say it didn't look just like the starting area. It was more airy. I don't know, it had more springtime.
The
to
palette was the same as the starting area. How about that?
Okay, I'd argue.
They'd be like, nah, this is green 30, that was green 28, like it's slightly different greens.
Yeah, the Pantones are completely different, Matt. You gotta read up.
I'm not
research.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. All right, listen up real quick. This game's really cozy.
That's a good word for this game.
Yeah, I was like curling up into balls and just like kind of like relaxing and like chilling out for a little bit and just like taking it in, because I would get really frustrated with a puzzle, or like it's not a jumping puzzle, it's a slithering puzzle, and then I just like have to take my time and just be like, okay, I got to be zen about this, and then I would like figure out how to move around and junk. It's an interesting game.
The controls are very interesting, like very unique, but I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing.
Why?
Okay.
Like, why? Do you think that they could have had the snake control better?
I don't know that they could have had the snake control better and be more snake-like.
Right.
Like, and I would love to see something like this in I don't know, I guess like a less of a platformer situation. I don't know, like just constantly falling off the side of the level is one of those things that gets me aggravated. And so, like, when it's like, oh, this control's really weird, and I gotta go left or right, but sometimes I'm slithering and moving, and sometimes I'm uncoiling and dying. Like, I don't know that... Again, I don't know that anyone could have done a better job, and it is definitely weird and interesting and fun at first to learn these new gimmicky moves. But yeah, it is at times aggravating, like you said. Like, it'd be like, oh man, like I gotta just set this controller down and calm my nerves, otherwise I'm just gonna slither off the edge again.
Yeah. Do you think that this game is definitely a gimmicky game?
Yeah, I think this game is a gimmick. I feel
in a bad way.
I don't know about that. I feel like it's a.
I don't.
Here's the thing, like
you go ahead.
It doesn't have a huge storyline to engage you, and so like really all it has is that it's a new way to do a platformer, right? Because it does things that other platformers do, but it doesn't, like, other than the controls, it doesn't expand upon or reinvent or even do as good as most other ones. So really, it's just a gimmick of snake controls. And don't get me wrong, I'd love if they did a second one and finely tuned it a little bit better. There's a couple of minor changes I'd like I said with the camera. Like, I love the idea of...
I would hate tank controls.
Well, why just give us the...
I would move my camera around.
Yeah,
and then be pushing myself in the wrong way all the time.
Yeah, here's...
Give us the option?
Give us the option. There's so many little things like that that you, like, why not give us the option?
Okay. I guess. I mean, you're a weirdo that uses inverted controls.
I inverted for the whole game until like level 11, where it stopped being inverted, and I had to like figure that out.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird glitch.
Yeah,
that like only you experienced. It
happened on level 11 and I think level 14, where it just stopped being inverted, and I'd have to go in the options, uninvert it, save it, then go back in the options and reinvert it and save it, and that would usually fix it.
Weird.
Very weird.
Well, I'm sorry you had that issue. So I've got a couple questions here about Snake Pass specifically from our fans.
Yeah.
This one is, well, from one of our from our fan.
Wait.
This one is from...
Robbie sent...
Listen.
Ian didn't send questions?
Shut up. No, this one is not from either of them. It's from Game Chanel.
Oh, cool. Hey, new fan.
I might be saying that wrong.
Hey, Game Chanel.
Hey, guys. I've heard some... Listen, I'll read this better. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're making...
I've heard some...
You're making Game Channel sound dumb.
It's Game Chanel.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep saying it differently until we know. Let them tell us how they identify.
Okay. I've heard some talk about the controls being overly difficult. Do you agree, given the control scheme being such an integral part of the game? And if so, is there a feasible way that you would have suggested to make the controls better, consistent, etc.? What we were just talking about. Listen,
literally, there is one that's great to make it more consistent, which is that when I look at my snake, I don't go the wrong direction. But that's a personal preference. And there is also easy mode. Easy mode, I think they call it. Easy control mode. Like, did you try that at all, Nate?
I did, and I hated it. It wasn't easy.
So, I think that's a good question. It is, like, because I literally just said it is a controls thing. It's all about controls. That's what this game is for. That's what the game's there for. But I think that it's not that it's difficult. It is difficult at first. That was one of the things I said about Snake Pass's first, 6 levels. They're not challenging, but they are difficult. Because once you've got the controls down, you can breeze through 100% those levels in, like, just no time.
Yeah, I did go back to get extra things that I missed, and I was like, looking at stuff, and I was like, why did I skip that?
Yeah,
you know?
That's not a difficult thing. Why did I grab that?
Yeah. Because I was terrified originally.
And well deserved. There was one coin in like level 2 or 3 that I think I died 12 times trying to get, that I can now get, like, after having beating, I can now grab it and get back and do like a stunt. Like, just like, watch this, I'm gonna do a nose grind, like 1080.
Yeah.
Got some air.
Woo! Alright, cool. Second question. How much does the apparent lack of story detract from the overall enjoyment of playing the game?
It does.
Do you think it needed a better story?
So, okay, does Snake Pass need a better story is a different question than does the lack of a story hurt it, I guess? Because Snake Pass has a good enough story for Snake Pass. Right? It's like, hey, these two are buddies. And there's like this mystery of who made these portals and why the F are there just a bunch of like 10-foot by 10-foot floating islands with portals connecting them that seem to only have like 6 things living on them. But it's like, and then like, what is this red-eyed creature that's doing things?
Right.
Which is like the big subplot of the last third of the game.
I was surprised when you like walked through like the last portal of an area, like a god was like, the creatures thank you.
It was,
and it's like, what?
Yeah. When every like 5 levels, it would be all like, the creatures of land are in your debt. Here's a medal.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Did I get a new ability?
Yeah.
Can I jump a different way? Like,
no.
Because like,
you just got a fake medal.
Because like it like Banjo-Kazooie, you gain like a new power, and then you use that to go back and get the things you missed.
Right.
But like in this one, it's just like, nope, there's no way to even track it. Like, it's not in any of the menus. But don't worry, when you beat the game, they're going to come up real quick for half a second.
It's super weird.
It is a little weird. So, I don't think that its story or lack of story... Or I don't think it needed a better story, I guess. The story was fine. Okay. But lack of story is a thing that is a detractor of games to me. Like, I think I said in the first one, story is probably my number 1. Number 1 or number 2. Story is very important because it either needs to tell me a story that I find interesting, or it needs to give me the tools to write a story in my own head that will get me there.
I was writing a story about Snake Pass.
Were you?
In the first level, it was so easy that it was like, oh, this bird is just like helping out this really dumb snake to like feel good about himself. So that's.
I mean, that's. I guess
it was like you kind of slithered around and you got a coin, and then the bird was like, "Yeah, you did it! Look at you! You're so good!"
Oh man!
And then the snake's like, "Yeah, I did it! Woo!" And then it got like balls hard, and then I was just like, "No, this snake is a beast."
What's hilarious is that you and I did the exact same thing, but told entirely different narratives. Because literally, like, you start this game up and you're like a chill snake laying on a vine and just sunbathing, and then a hummingbird comes up to you and goes, "Oh my god, like, the portal's breaking down, and if we don't get it to it, we may be stuck in this dimension for forever." And then the snake's like, "Yo, bro, that's pretty cool, but I smoke so much weed, I don't even know how to slither anymore." and it's like, and then you slither into a wall because you're fucking high as hell. Like,
Yeah.
it's dude forgot how to slither.
Man. Yeah, that's how it feels like when you start the game. It's like you're a snake that doesn't know how to slither.
Maybe they should have did the Fallout 3 where like you hatch from an egg and then you're like a baby and you got to learn how to slither.
Yeah, that would have been interesting if they like went through his whole life. Interesting, but probably not as fun. Okay, so we're gonna let's give it a score.
Oh, I want
do that.
One more gripe that I had mentioned earlier.
Oh, sure.
But
whatever you got, go for it.
Yeah. So earlier I kind of alluded to, I think it does things, but doesn't do them as well as other ones. And that's like, first off, I mean, polish, like that's a polish thing. Like, and I think a second game they fine tune it to make it better. But another thing that was really aggravating in the first 10 levels, maybe even 8 levels, that became less of a thing as the levels became non-linear. But the first half of the levels, I would say, like if you go in Donkey Kong, and like you collect, you're like finding those Kongs, right? Like you'll find a K and you'll find an N and be like,
yep,
I know where I missed that O. That O is somewhere between the K and the N. In this game, like whenever you get a little water bubble or a coin, it just goes to the far left. Like now you got 1 coin, now you got 2 coins. And so for like that first level, I got 3 coins, and I was like, I just got that 1 coin right next to the portal, and it's the 3rd one. So like there's no room for a 4th or a 5th. And like having to disassociate that these are telling me where they're at by where they're placed, like was a challenge at first. That said, that gripe goes away by level 8 or 9 when like the levels are so non-linear. Like you drop down in the center of the level and like you could go left, right, forward, backwards, up, down. Like, okay, so I get why they didn't do that, kind of, but I don't know. Like
that makes sense.
I feel like if they had done the linear placement in the earlier levels, when you get to the non-linear levels, you'd be like, sure, that's in the 3rd slot, and I don't have 1st or 2nd, but maybe they just expect me to go to left, and I went right. Like, I feel like it would have hurt them less if they had done the linear for the whole game, rather than doing the non-linear for the whole game.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Okay, so that's your big gripe?
I mean, I don't know if that's my big gripe. That was just a thing that I had mentioned earlier, that if anyone was listening to our review intently, they'd been like, Matt said he had a problem that he never mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the biggest
also
thing.
Didn't explain about whatever. It doesn't matter. We're just having fun. So we're gonna review. We're not gonna do a score because scores are dumb. We'd both give this a 3 out of 5. I'm kidding. I give this a 10 out of 10.
It is not a 10 out of 10.
We're gonna do buy it, try it, and skip it. Is that enough? Is there anything else that you could think of?
I mean,
buy
here's
it, try
the thing.
Skip it?
Like, so we're playing around with our format. We're trying to figure ourselves out here, the Big Nindie Boys complex. But like, because it's like review scores are so crazy. Because it's like is a 5 point better than a 10 point? I don't know if it is. I think you can get everything you need out of a 5 point, but like also 100 point one's real nice because then I can make a very minor distinction. Because here's the thing: if we're doing a 5 point scale, this is gonna get the same score as like Snipper Clips. But I would much rather go back to Snipper Clips. I think Snipper Clips was a more fun game, but that doesn't mean that it's above and beyond each other, you know. So we're gonna try a different one. We're gonna try the 3 point. See how that goes. See how that works for you.
Buy it, try it, skip it. So
Yeah.
Matt, what is your verdict on this one?
Oh, try it, absolutely. Like,
okay,
it's aggravating at first, but once you get down the controls, it can be pretty rewarding. But it's also not going to be like the next big thing where it's like you need to get down on the ground floor on this one. Like, it's snaking unlike anything you've seen.
You need to slither down on the ground floor.
Yeah,
just like slithering around. Do the worm.
Get rid of them legs; they're holding you back.
Yeah. For me, I definitely give this a actual buy it.
Whoa!
This is dude. This is one that you should definitely try because, like, well, I mean, buy.
Yeah.
Because it's so. I feel that it did enough for like, if you're a huge fan of 3D platformers like I am, like it's interesting enough and new enough that it's worth playing, definitely. So this one for me personally, you should buy that shit. Play it, have fun, be a silly snake. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna go back and get like 100% and see if anything cool happens.
Let me know.
Hopefully, if it doesn't, I'll let you know.
I was gonna say, like, I'm so close to 100%. Like, I did like the first 5 or 6 levels. I 100% them first or second try. No. And I was pretty adamant about like I don't know, for maybe the first dozen levels, I was like, I might as well just try to get them all. And eventually, it's like, oh no, this is too complicated. I just want to get this done. And so I skipped some on the later levels. But like, I feel like a couple hours I could go back in 100% it.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. I feel like I might just do finish a level every once in a while, like every couple of days. I'll just go back into it, be a silly snake, have some fun.
Awesome.
Because now that I know the controls, it's much more enjoyable. When I was like frustrated and learning the controls, it wasn't that great. But then like I'm getting really good at it, so
nice.
I'm enjoying it a lot more. And it's definitely one of those games. So yeah, buy it for me and a try it for Matt. So we got some other listener questions. Let's talk about those. This question is also from Game Chanel. What game franchise that hasn't been announced for the Switch would be, in your opinion, perfect for the versatility the Switch offers?
Well, I think it's an interesting thing. It's like what utilizes the Switch's technology and abilities. Because it's like, when the first, like, hey, what do you want to come to Switch? And it'd be like, like everything. But like, but like, I'd love to get Red Dead Redemption 2 or like a Grand Theft Auto. Like to have the portability on that would be awesome. But I don't think it utilizes the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, like you could get Red Dead Redemption 1 on the Switch would be amazing. I don't think it would be able to run 2.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of power and stuff that we haven't seen utilized in the Switch. Like, we haven't had a major game, right? Like, we had just Breath of the Wild, but that was a Wii U port. Like, we haven't had a Switch original Switch original, like, AAA game that's just like, we're doing millions of dollars into this game. And I don't think we know the technology well enough to say it can't do a thing. That said, like, Red Dead 1 would be great to give that, like, 1, to give that portability, 2, to be like, hey, well, the new game's coming out, so, like, play the old one to get hype. That'd be great. Like, throw it on PC. I want to play this game, but not, like, don't play the PlayStation. That would be great. I think Persona, there's no reason to not be on the Switch. That's normally a portable game I am.
Well, it's not normally a portable game. It's just found new life on portables.
Okay.
It originally came out for the PlayStation 2, Persona 3 and 4, and then Persona 1 and 2 were on the PS1. So they were on home consoles first and then got ported to the PS. Doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know a whole lot about the franchise. I only just started hearing about it in the last year, maybe.
Which is a crime.
Really? It's a game that's not originally in America that gets ported over here whenever they feel like it?
No, dude, it came out, like, you should try it.
I would love to play it. I bet it's
at least
right up my alley, but not
definitely.
Being on a Nintendo system or is it even on the computer? Like, that really limits my ability to play those games. Borrow
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE from me. Play that. Have fun. And then you'll like get like 60% of what a normal Persona game is.
All right.
And you'll be like, man, I want a real Persona game now. It's
I'd
great.
Be worried about that.
Why?
Like, that's one of those things where it's like going over to a friend's house to play his game on a system that you don't have, where it's like, oh, that was a lot of fun. Like, now I gotta go home and not have that in my life.
Well, you have a Wii U.
Yes. But once I get done with that, it's going to be like, oh, now I can't play any of the Personas.
Oh, yeah. You should get a PS4. It's the best system ever.
Whoa, Switch, bro. The Big Nindie Boys are here. No.
I'm just saying, the PS4 is, like, the best.
It's not even as strong as, like, my computer. Like, its exclusives make it real nice is a good thing to say, I guess.
Yes.
Which is a thing that we should just be doing away with anyways. The exclusives are dumb and archaic.
I like console games and it's got the best console games right now.
All right.
Anyway, I would say a game that hasn't been announced yet. I'm bad at thinking about things. Like while you're talking.
Oh man, what about like a Batman or a Spider-Man game where like you can have all of these buttons, because the Switch has got so much more buttons than the Wii had on its 2 controllers, but then still have options for like motion controls. Like, I don't know, part of me would love to play a Batman game where I just have to do the punching and stuff. Like,
Nope.
how cool would that be?
You're losing me.
Really? Oh,
You're losing me.
Oh, dude, like if I had a Batman game where I had to physically do the punches and then I could pull a trigger to shoot the grappling hook, like, and it's like, now I am Batman. Like,
Oh,
sort of
that sounds awful.
like a weak version of VR using the Switch.
Yeah, that's what the Switch would be, a weak version of VR.
Doesn't bother me.
Oh, by the way, I didn't mention in my games that I've been playing. I played Keep Talking and No One Explodes,
Oh man, I want to play that.
where you have like a manual to defuse a bomb. That was great.
Is the manual physical or is the manual in the game?
Physical. No,
Oh.
it's physical.
Need to get that. I've got the device you need to play it. I just need to get on that.
Oh, you have like a Gear VR or something?
I have Gear VR. It's good enough.
Nice. Cool. Good enough. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to see like more ports of, like, even downgraded ports. Like they're making what is it called? Dragon Quest Heroes 2 for the Switch.
Yeah.
I just want to see as many of those types of games, like, I don't know, the Darksiders remastered or Dead Rising, just random, just put whatever you can on it. Like, I don't know.
Halo 6.
I don't think there's... No. I can not play Halo forever.
Wrong.
The other thing is, I'm worried about the online for the Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would... Like, I don't know. I feel like the Switch is definitely going to be, like, mostly single and local co-op. Like, single-player local co-op.
Here's the thing, like, I feel like it's way too early to say, like, hopefully Nintendo's Nintendo Gold internet thing is just the same as Sony or Xbox's, and it doesn't have nearly as big of hiccups as they had when they first launched, like, 6 years ago or 8 years ago or whatever.
It was 10 years ago.
Dang, life moves on, guys.
Yeah. Well, no, so Xbox Live came out 13 years ago?
Jeez.
2002? 2004? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This one is from Robbie. What game turned you into a lifetime gamer?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, that's
because I
also
feel
true.
like I was a lifetime gamer before I had memories. Because, like I have some early memories of the house I lived in, that I lived in only for kindergarten and first grade. That was how long I lived in that house. And in the basement, I was playing on an Atari, and I know it was some sort of math game where like it would give it'd be like 2 plus 7, and you'd have to hit 9, and then a rocket ship would launch or something. And like that was like my earliest memories of games. But I think what really hooked me was the early Blizzard games, Diablo, Warcraft, Starcraft, and also the one that I would put on a pedestal and say, if any one game got me, it was this, and that's Star Wars Droid Works, where you play the role of a Jawa collecting droid parts to build droids to clear puzzles. That one, I went to a friend's house and played it, and that definitely solidified me as a computer gamer over consoles, because at this point I'd been watching my brother play Final Fantasy and watching my brother play Legend of Zelda and Contra and all these NES games, but Droid Works is what made me a computer gamer, because it was just on a whole other level.
Cool. My game would have to be Elf Bowling.
Oh
No,
man,
I'm kidding.
yes.
Do you remember like the Flash game Elf Bowling?
Hell yeah, dude! I played that, like that, and Burning Bag of Poo, and what was it? They did 2 political ones in the same year, where one was Bushula, because he was George Bush as a Dracula, and then Gorenstein, and that was Al Gore as a Frankenstein.
No, I'm kidding. I just remember for some reason, like going to my cousin's house. Like, so the real one is Gunsmoke for the NES.
Oh wow!
This isn't my first game because I remember playing seeing Super Mario. I don't know if I ever played it, but like I remember we never had an NES when I was a little kid, and I would go over to when we would go on like Christmas. We would go to my cousin's house and they had an NES and they had Gunsmoke, and the game is not amazing or anything, but just. Like that, I just remember wanting to go downstairs and play Gunsmoke while everyone was upstairs, like talking, and that basically is my entire life. Is me wanting to go home and play video games while everyone else just like talks. And I'm like, God, why you stop talking? Just go. That's so yeah. Gunsmoke.
It's incredibly relatable.
Gunsmoke's pretty good. And yeah, I liked video games ever since.
Oh man, like it might be the NES is what really got me into gaming, because like my family had all of the best NES games. Like we had Super Mario 1, 2, 3, Contra, Zelda, Final Fantasy, the classic everyone knows, Zero G Man.
Zero G Man?
Maybe it was Low G Man. It was just like it was kind of like a Mega Man clone. We also had Mega Man 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
We had Skate or Die. We had everything on the NES.
That's great.
And then almost nothing on the SNES.
Really?
I had like Super Mario World.
Dang, man. The SNES is the best.
And Donkey Kong Country 3.
Yeah. I like that one even though most people don't or whatever. But it's cool.
It's cool.
Alright, so I got one last question. If the moon were made of ribs, would you eat it? Of course. Like, why wouldn't you? It's made of ribs.
I can get to ribs without a $30 million space program, and they're gonna be warm. And those ribs are out in that 3 Kelvin of space.
Okay.
So I don't need those ice cold ribs. I go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll go to Portillo's.
You get ribs at Buffalo Wild Wings?
I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings maybe once in my life.
Oh yeah.
Like Famous Dave's.
Just go to McDonald's. Get a dumbass.
Oh,
McRib.
get a McRib.
Those are terrible.
It's back.
All right, I think that's it. I mean, I'm a very much yes. I would eat those ribs. I'm assuming that they're good ribs. If I'm going to the moon to get them, like whatever. And then Matt's a no on that. So that's the end of the podcast.
we finished your rib question.
Ribs are great. So,
are you signing us out? Or are we doing this thing?
What thing? Well, let's talk about. Okay, so next time on the podcast, whenever we feel like it, where are we going to do Has Been Heroes? Do you want to do that?
We're gonna do Has Been Heroes. We both own it. We might as well do it.
I forgot about the thing. Okay, I gotta go grab a Switch. Go grab your Switch.
That was what I was saying.
Oh my god! Hello?
Hey.
Okay, you got your Switch?
I got my Switch.
Go to that there eShop.
Okay.
And then go over to Vroom in the Night Sky.
Vroom in the Night Sky.
Okay, and then pause it and go to 00.
What do you mean 00?
Like just go to the video for Vroom in the Night Sky.
Oh, okay. I'm getting a loading. Oh, okay, E for everyone. Okay, 00.
Okay. All right. So this segment is called Nate reads broken English from a dumb trailer. Okay. So go ahead and hit play in 1, 2, 3.
Click.
Nintendo Switch logo. I should probably turn that down. About Vroom in the Night Sky.
Ooh, it's like a witch.
Magical girls fly around the sky with a motorcycle. This game is such a strange game. The appeal of this game is HD rumble. The vibration of the motorcycle is transmitted to the hand very real. Vroom vroom! Of course, it's fun to fly around in the sky. Let's use the tricks in the sky.
Tricks is in quotation marks.
Yes. First, the word of the magical girl is speed run. Let's collect key stars to open the gates for the goal.
All quotation marks around the important words to make you wonder if it's being sarcastic.
If want the reward is Stardust more, get the goal faster. I think I read that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you read it correctly.
If you also get a reward with tricks. You can also get a reward with tricks. Look like this. And then it points to the tricks. Oh my god.
Like, it's like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Let's collect Stardust to buy a new motorcycle. Own the high-performance motorcycles. You can learn the driving skill at the driving school.
Driving school in quotation marks.
Don't be afraid of failure, because you'll die. Let's practice again and again to make it perfect. Someday you will be able to drive like this. And then they show... It's cool!
No. They say one day you'll be able to drive like this, and then they show her failing to slalom.
You can also get the reward from getting the achievements. It has achievements. This is exclusive. This is the first Switch game to have achievements. So let's experience being such a strange and realistic magical girl. Your arms and heart will be vibrating with HD Rumble. Vroom in the night sky.
Dude, I might buy this game.
Oh, shut up. You were not wasting $10 on that game.
This game hits all of my little points, man. Like,
all of your points? What? Like, motion controls and bullshit?
Oh, is it motion controls? I hope it better not be motion controls.
I think it is. I thought I from what I got from it was the you use both of the Joy-Cons and drive like a bike. But I might be wrong. I don't know. It's not a very clear message.
Dude, oh, never mind. I was gonna say, like, it shows supported play modes. It does not include the Pro Controller. Oh, supported controllers is at the bottom. Man, the eShop's a little weird. Like, can we agree that eShop's a little funky?
It kind of sucks.
Here's the thing. Like one, I like magical girls. Like I'm a big anime fan.
All right.
And, like, I love the concept of, like, we're not going to use a broomstick. Now we're using motorcycles. It's like, that's hilarious. And then it's like, you could buy a bunch of different motorcycles, and then there's an achievement, and you get a fucking magical car with glowing wheels. That's pretty cool.
All right.
Like, if this game were $2 or $3, I would buy it.
It's
like,
$10.
10 United States dollars is a lot for this game.
Yeah.
But, like, I would love to play it. Here's the thing, and before you, like point a finger, just remember, like, I got a lot of enjoyment out of Billy the Wizard's magical broomstick adventure.
That's what it reminded me of. It looked like Billy the Wizard.
It looks like a Billy the Wizard clone. Man. But maybe it's better, and it's more entertaining. And if you play it, then you can drive like this, and then like they can't even play their own game in the video.
All right.
If this game was done by a good studio, like, I would day one this.
All right.
Like, this is way more my speed than a Snake Pass.
You're dumb. It is. It's been like it's like day 5, so you should get it.
It's day 3.
I need you to report back.
If I buy it, I have to then do a review.
You have to do a full review.
I'll do a written review for that game if I buy it.
We'll put it up on our blog spot.
Yeah, we got one of those, right?
I think so. All right, we're gonna sign off. Next time it's Has Been Heroes.
Has Been Heroes.
And then I'll see you later, guys.